Hell of a long cup, dropping about 50 yards out from the opposite goal. The ball batted down to Pigeon. Pigeon driving it into the centre. Tom Doyle going for Doyle. Can't get into his hand. A fierce slash, but the ball didn't go anywhere. And Willie Moore. Willie flicking it on, and the referee spotting an infringement and awarding a free out to Tallow. And Connie Curley's free is dropping in towards the goal. Joe Murphy batting it down. Comes back down to Mickey Curley. Mickey jabbing it in, and Putty Power going, catching in a safe hand and driving it out into the crowd. A line ball to Tallow.
Get out of there!
And the line ball taken by John McDonnell, a cut in towards the goal. The ball breaking across the centre. Pat Daly trying to get a shot. And the ball scooped out by Lee Maroney over the end line and wide. Putty Powers puck out. Timmy Sheehan batting it down to John McDonald. John, bit of a problem with it, then flicking it along the ground. The ball stopped by Willie Moore. Willie very near the line, but got his puck with Timmy Sheehan going for Timmy. Still keep it in play, being challenged. And the linesman put up the flag. And as far as I could see, the ball was dead on the line. Whether that's over or not, I'm not the one to know. And the puck from Rob Power, well snapped by Tom Moore, and Tom dodging inside about 30 yards out. Being fouled by Liam O'Brien, a free in to Dunhill. A free about 30 yards out taken by Senan Coop, and Coop sends it straight over the bar. Another point to Dunhill. And that makes a Tallow a goal and 2 points, Dunhill 3 points. Just over 4 minutes left in the first half. Eddie Curley's puck out. And once again, Rob Power was unchallenged as he gets it one-handed onto the loose. Senan Cook, Senan betted it into the middle. It flew past Tom Moore. Kieran Ryan going back on Kieran very cleverly fixed it across to Liam O'Brien. Liam studying himself, then dropping it in on the 21-yard line. Martin Murray going up for it. And Tom Doyle, Joe Murphy betting it out the far side. Shawnee Toomey out after it, and Sean picked it up and then kicked it out over the line, a line ball to Tallow. And the line ball from Ray O'Brien goes straight into the hand of Shawnee Toomey, and Shawnee with a long clearance down along the far side. Francis Murphy and Mutty Curley out after. Francis gets it up into his hand. Sharpish one into the centre, Liam O'Brien. And Liam tapping it back to Mutty Curley, and Mutty in a spot of bother. John Drohan trying to get it up. John flicking it out. Francis Murphy again. Francis cutting inside Mutty Curley. You'd imagine it was a push in the back, but play away as the ball is cleared by Connie Curley out the far side. Kieran Ryan. Kieran jabbing it back to Pigeon. And the game gone a bit pedestrian like at this stage as Pigeon drives it down the centre. Pat Daly again. Daly bringing it down. It's still Pat Daly flicking into the centre. Stephen Curley, Stephen betting it into the centre, but John Murray of Dunhill clearing it. Kieran Ryan jabbing it back again this side of the field. It comes to Lee Maroney. Maroney scooping it back for Mickey Curley. Mickey dropping it in towards the goal, and the ball is belted in by Liam Maroney, and Maroney scooped it on first time, and Joe Murphy trying to get a clearance, and it comes to Mickey Curley, and Mickey betting it across the goal out over the end line and wide. Well, if Liam Maroney snapped that one in his hand, Tallow undoubtedly would have another goal. puck out. Top and beyond the middle of the field. Tom Moore flick it on a bit further. Sending Cook trying to get it. John McDonald. McDonald missed the ball and got your man's ankle. But it comes out again to Sending Cook. Sending heading goalwards. The ball knocked away from by Timmy Sheen and Tom McSweeney coming out. Sweeney trying to get up but can't. Timmy Sheehan again. Timmy's clearance down on this side of the field. Willie Moore stopping it. Willie shot this one. Paddy Welch going into the centre and Paddy getting it into his hand. Dropping it in towards the goal and the ball hops out to the left and wide. Eddie Cudley's puck out. Out on the far side of the field it comes again to Pat Daly. Daly about 50 yards out, well hooked by John Murray. And Kiermine failing to get it, but it comes back again to Connie Cudley. Connie driving it into the centre, but it comes straight into the hand of John Murray. John couldn't hold on to it. Tom Doyle does. Tom just outside the 50-yard line, flaking it in towards the goal. Lee Maroney batting it down. But the ball whipped on by Martin Murray out this side of the field. Kiermine tapping it back to John McDonald. McDonald slipping inside Rob Power, then sending it high in towards the goal and over the bar. A lovely point scored by John McDonald. To make it Tallow 1-3, Dunhill 3 points. Time just up on my watch, and the referee is also checking his one as Puddy Power pucks it out. The referee blows the whistle and calls for the ball at the end of an intriguing first half, whatever that means. The game started off with a flourish and Tallow missing a lot of scoring chances, and let it be said that Dunhill missed a fierce pile in two.
We would remind you that for those latecomers, programs are still on sale.
A low scoring first half, and there's no doubt about it, but Dunhill are missing Tom Casey and John Grogan in a hell of a way. And Tallow are not affected by nerves as one thought they might be for the big occasion, and lead on a score of 1-3 to 3 points.
Next Sunday here in Dungarvan Field, we have the minor Hurling County final between Tallow and Roanmore at 2 o'clock. And this will be followed by the intermediate Hurling County final, St Mary's and Dungarvan at 3:50.
Well, everything's set now for the start of the second half, and there's the two wounded Dunhill men. John Grogan with the plaster of Paris in the right hand, Tom Casey on his right hand side. More of the Dunhill camp and Ned Moore at the rear. A well-known figure with the Dunhill club over a long number of years. The Dunhill camp somewhat muted compared with before the match, and there's no doubt but they must be somewhat worried. Well, the referee has blown the whistle for all he's worth. Because they're no sign of the Tallow team, but they're on their way now. That the younger generation from Tallow that I was talking with have gone around the other side of the field to try and excite the goalkeeper, I suppose, or something. Referee standing patiently. And I don't spot any changes because we're not after looking for him yet. Referee John Moore, refereeing his first senior final. Blows the whistle and throws it on, and Tallow forced away. John McDonnell, his shot blocked down by Rob Power. Rob dropping a high one in towards the goal. Tom Moore gone back in full forward again, can't hold on to it. John Raha can't get it up into his hand. Liam O'Brien trying to get a slap at it, and another one. And John Drone trying to get a wallop at it. Tom McSweeney driving it out a bit. Connie Curley can't hold on to it. Neither can John Drone, and the ball cleared out along the middle of the field. John Murray coming out ahead of Tom Doyle, shot flick it on to Shawnee Toomey. Toomey dropping it in towards Tom Moore, and Moore can't hold on to it. Liam O'Brien trying to get a slap at it. And Mutty Curley getting it. Mutty, a long clearance from Mutty down along this side of the field. Pat Daly again, and Daly causing all sorts of troubles getting away from the Murray brothers. A low hopping on Liam Marooney, and Marooney could have picked that one up. None of my business. Jabbing back to Tom Doyle. Doyle with a high one, dropping over the bar. First score of the second half. A fine score by Tom Doyle, and that makes it Tallow a goal and 4 points, Dunhill 3 points. Just over a minute gone, the second half. Woody Powers puck out, dumping down the middle of the field, the ball whipped down by Connie Curley, but John Murray getting it, and John Murray driving it into the centre. Mutty Curley coming out again. Mutty doubling on it very neatly. Shawnee Toomey going back for being challenged by Kieran Ryan. Kieran on the ground. Paddy Welch flicking it into the middle. It comes to Rob Power. Rob trying to hand pass it back to John Drone. Rob driving it in the corner himself. Mutty Curley trying to go to it off Francis Murphy, shielding him out of the way. And the referee is spotting something that I didn't see, and awarding a free in to Dunhill. The free on the 21-yard line, an awkward angle taken by Senan Cook, dropped in towards the goal and well gathered by fullback Billy Sheehan. Billy belting it out this side of the field, a pigeon. Ray O'Brien being pushed off it by Shawnee Toomey, tapping it back, but met by Paddy Welch up into the corner to Francis John Rowe, I should say, and John dropping it right across the goal. John Raha going from Raha, flicking it back to Tom Moore. Move. Shot blocked down, and the ball walloped out by Billy Sheehan out in the middle of the field, and Willie Moore going back for him. Willie driving a high one back down where it came from. Tom McSweeney and John Raha going out for it. Raha getting up into his hand. Betting it across to the loose Senan Cook, and Cook outside the 21-yard line. Let's fly, and it's over the bar. A point to Dunhill, scored by Senan Cook, and that makes it Tallow a goal and 4 points. Dunhill 4 points. Just over 3 minutes gone in the second half. Eddie Codley's puck out to this side of the field. Shawnee Toomey walloping it down towards John Drohan. Connie Codley tapping it out of the way, and Liam O'Brien or Kieran Ryan busting in between two of them. Third man tackle, the free out to Tallow. And the free taken by Connie Codley, dropping it in towards the goal. Well fielded by Willie Moore, and Willie driving it on the halfway line. Michael Kavanagh betting it in towards Tom Moore. And a bit of cricket style from Mutty Curley driving it out this side of the field. John Drohan going for a drone shot, half blocked down. Timmy Sheehan going for Timmy. And a bit of a mix up between himself and Kieran Ryan. And Dunhill come away with the ball as John Drohan. Drohan swings it high, and the ball gone out to the right and wide. Eddie Codley's puck out, dropping on the halfway line. Timmy Sheehan getting it, Timmy betting it in towards the goal. Joe Murphy trying to come out and Stephen Colley, Stephen jabbing it inside. Martin Murray and a fresh air shot from Liam Maroney, and the ball cleared away on the ground by Joe Murphy and flicking across the far side, and the ball batted out and met first time and over the bar. A lovely point scored by Mickey Colley. And that makes a Tallow a goal and 5 points. Dunhill 4 points. Woody Powers, Cook, out the far side of the field, sending Cook, getting Cook in the spotted bottle. Shortish one into the middle, and Connie Cudley having a look around. There's Tom Moore flicking across this side of the field. Liam O'Brien out after and getting a wallop at the ball going skywards. Ray O'Brien, Pigeon. A fierce sudden stop, getting the ball on a lovely duck, and then a trip, and he got a free out for good measure. Free taken by Liam O'Brien up along this side of the field, and Shawnee Toomey playing very solid at wing back for Dunhill. He can play football too. The ball batted down by Michael Kavanagh, whipped on by John Drohan into his full forward, Tom Moore. Tom dropping it in front of Francis Murphy. Eddie Cudley coming out. Eddie ducking out very nicely, the ball out into the centre. Connie Cudley trying to get a wallop at it. Billy Sheehan trying to get a tap, it comes back to Tom Moore. Moore busting his way through. Takes a shot, that's hopping in, and Eddie Cudley getting it again, and out comes Eddie, cap and all, and then a lovely hand pass out to John MacDonald. MacDonald driving the ball skywards, and Shawnee Toomey under it all alone, and he jumped up in the wrong place, couldn't get it into his hand. John Murray and Pat Daly having a slap at it. Daly getting another wallop, and then it comes back to Shawnee Toomey. Toomey a lop and a high one down along this side of the field. Out over the line. A line ball to Tallow. Taken by Mutty Cudley into the centre, stopped by Rob Power. Rob hand passing on to Paddy Welch. Paddy inside the 50-yard line, flaking it in towards the goal. And a deflection from Billy Sheehan that went straight in the back of the net for a goal for Dunhill, scored by Tallow full back. Billy Sheehan from Paddy Welch's lob. And that makes it Tallow a goal and 5 points, Dunhill a goal and 4 points. 7.5 minutes gone in the second half. And from the puck out by Eddie Cudley, the ball comes into the hand of Shawnee Toomey. Toomey jabbing it in the centre. John MacDonald flaking it first time out the far side. Mickey Cudley out after Mickey along the ground. The ball stopped. Right. Anthony Rahar and Anthony fouling it. And the referee awarding a free in to Tallow. Free, about 35 yards out, and taken by Ray O'Brien, and Pigeon sends it over the bar. Another point to Tallow, scored by Ray O'Brien, and that makes it 1-6 to 1-4 in favour of Tallow. 8.5 minutes gone in the second half. John Powers puck out to this side of the field. John Drohan getting it into his hand and flicking it across in front of Rob Power. Rob and these one into the middle, well cut off by Connie Cudley. And Connie hooped by John Drohan. Timmy Sheehan trying to get a slap at it, and Kieran Ryan, and Kieran having a very quiet game by his standard. The ball poked out in this side of the field and it comes straight into the hand of Ray O'Brien, and Ray dropping it in the far corner. Joe Murphy going back for it, and Joe putting up the hand, can't hold on to it. And Liam Maroney protesting that the hurley was whipped out of his hand. Willie Moore with the ball in his hand, and Willie clearance into the middle of the field. And the break coming down to Michael Kavanagh. Kavanagh flinging a high one that's gone to the right and wide. this side of the field. Ray O'Brien going for Ray. Getting it up into his hand. And flicking it in the centre into Pat Daly, and Daly a bit cool with it and whipping on it and driving it out to the left and wide. Substitution has come on the Tallow team. Tasha Tracy's come on a corner forward with Stephen Cudley gone out in the wing. Mickey Ray O'Brien gone centre field, and Kieran Ryan has departed the scene. From the puck out, Connie Cudley gone across for Connie, flicking across the far side of the field. John McDonald going out for leaving for Timmy Sheehan, and Sheehan driving it into the corner. Seamus Tracy under and pulling with Anthony Raha. Joe Murphy clearing it out in the middle of the field. Mickey Curley whipping it, and Joe Murphy cutting it off again. Stephen Curley knocking it across to Seamus Tracy, and Tracy from an awkward angle lets fly and sends it behind the goal and wide. John Powers puck out on this side of the field. Tom Moore couldn't hold on to it. Paddy Welsh does. Paddy jabbing it in front of John Drohan. Connie Cudley. Connie missing it the first time in a shot. As clearance come to Tom Moore. Tom has no hurley. Hand passing it back to Paddy Welsh. Paddy about 50 yards out sends it high and barely past the pole. Right wide. Eddie Cudley's puck out on the fast side of the field. Willie Moore going up for batting it down. Michael Kavanagh flicking it into Rob Power. Rob outside the 70-yard line, dropping it high towards the goal, and the hands go up, and Mutty Cudley. And a solidly corner back, this fella, as he clearing out the ball about 50 yards out at Paddy Welsh. Paddy sends it high over the bar. Another point to Dunhill, scored by midfielder Paddy Welsh to make a Tallow a goal and 6 points, Dunhill a goal and 5. 12 and a half minutes gone in the second half, and the puck out from Eddie Cudley across this side of the field. Tom Doyle couldn't get it. John Murray clearing it back again. Connie Cudley trying to get a 7. Connie getting out of the tackle, luckily enough. A neat one back to Ray O'Brien, and Ray betting it in towards the goal, and Tracy's going in, but Puddy Powder, cool goalkeeper, and Puddy lashing it out along the middle of the field. John McDonald under can't hold on to Timmy Sheehan. Timmy first time along the ground comes to the hand of John Murray. Murray being fouled by Stephen Cudley, a free out to Dunhill. Free out, taken by Shawnee Toomey, betting it in toward the 21-yard line. Michael Kavanagh whipping out. Timmy Sheehan trying to get a slap at it. John McDonald going out for McDonald, getting it into his hand. Up along the wing towards Mickey Cudley. Mickey first time. A fierce fresh air from Tom Doyle, and the ball going up into the corner. And then Tom Doyle jumped out over the whole lot and fouled his own man. The referee blown the whistle and awarding a free in to Tallow. The free on the 50-yard line will be taken by Ray O'Brien. And Ray O'Brien's shot has gone out to the right and wide. And the puck out from John Power, dropping beyond the middle of the field, batted down by Connie Cudley. Ray O'Brien trying to scoop it out one-handed, and it went the wrong direction, but Willie Moore jabbing it into the centre. Mickey Cudley trying to get a slap of Rob Power at the ball in his hand. Rob flicking it into the corner towards Tom Moore. Francis Murphy going up on the ball, broke down, luckily enough, for Mutty Cudley. Mutty cleared it out in the middle of the field. Willie Moore going up unchallenged, and Willie out into the far corner, neatly flicked on by Selin Cook. Connie Cudley beaten to it again by Selin Cook, and Billy Sheehan trying to get a slap at it. Sending Cook dropping it high across the goal. Tom Moore and Mutty Curley going up for the ball. Flew past the two of them, very near the end line. John Drohan getting up into his hand. Drohan belting it across the goal. Tom McSweeney cleared it along the ground. Out to John McDonald. McDonald a high one very near the line at the far side. Gone out over the line. A line ball to Dunhill. It appears that Anthony Rahal. Oh no, is that right? Yes, he's still in the same corner. From the line ball, the ball comes into the hand of Mickey Curley, and Mickey on another one of these speedy movements. Dropping it in towards the goal. Lee Maroney going up for Maroney, backing it down. And Pat Daly getting a shot at it, and the ball gone across the goal. And Putty Power got back for it again, being challenged by Seamus Tracy. And Putty steering out over the line, another line ball to Tallow. It appears that Mickey Barry is playing cornerback in this half instead of Anthony Rahal. As the line ball is a shortish one into the hand of Rob Powell. Rob half swung around. Ray O'Brien can't get a poke at it. Getting a second chance at it, being challenged by Paddy Welsh, and the ball comes back to Mickey Curley. Mickey out in the I fear who's shooting? There's someone shooting as the ball comes across the goal, and the ball batted down. Down towards Pat Daly, and Daly letting fly with a hop and one. That's gone out. Left and wide. Putty Powers puck out on this side of the field. Tom Moore getting the ball up into his hand and swinging a high one. That's the hell of a tail on it, and it's gone out. Way out to the right and wide. Curley's puck out to this side of the field. Shawnee Toomey batting it down. Ray O'Brien. A very tricky little hole of this for them. Ray dropping it in towards the goal, and Dunhill backs turned it out first. Had Daly nipping in, and Daly flicking across in front of Lee Maroney. Maroney letting fly, and he miscued it and drove it out to the right and wide. John Powers puck out. Dropping on the opposite 50-yard line. Michael Kavanagh with a fresh air shot, and the ball tapped out. It comes into the hand of Shawnee Toomey. Toomey busting out of it, letting fly in towards the goal, and a race on between Billy Sheehan and Francis Murphy. And Murphy letting fly on a great save from Eddie Curley. It comes back out again to Billy Sheehan, and Billy left-handed driving it out along this side of the field, out over the line. A line ball to Dunhill. Shawnee Toomey's poke across the far side. Connie Curley batting it out, and it comes out as far as Willie Moore. Willie being challenged by Mickey Curley. Comes into the hand of Senan Cook. Cook lets fly, and it's over the bar for the equaliser. 1-6 apiece. Over 19 minutes gone in the second half. Eddie Curley's puck out in the far side of the field. The ball flicked on. Willie Moore getting a poke, and it comes into the hand of John McDonald. McDonald flicking it on from the Timmy Sheehan. Sheehan getting it into his hand on the 70-yard line. Walloping it high in towards the goal. Lee Maroney and Joe Murphy going up for Maroney, batting it down. Seamus Tracy trying to get a wallop, but then Tasha Tracy past the middle. Tom Joy trying to get a snap. Joy